Good afternoon, guys. My name is Rajami Kusandingga and my NPM is 21010300092, and I am want to explain barriers to effective interpersonal communication with my own description. And before that, I want to say big thanks to our lecturer, Mr. Rudiarman Purba. Thank you, sir. And maybe you ask me why I not using camera to show my face. Okay, I will explain. I'm not feeling good today, sir. So if you feel or if you comment this video is bad, I am sorry for that because I'm not feeling good today. Or if you feeling another, that is all for you, sir. It's all for you to rate this video 1 or 0 or not. That's up to you, sir. Okay, I back to the topic. Sentimental is a bad habit. If you talk to a sentimental person, it's the best you don't open or hurt his feelings because he might go crazy. So if you are talking to that person, just use casual language and talk about things that contain elements funny and without any innuendo, and then keep the language so that it doesn't happen that the name is uncomfortable. And also you have to know how emotional it is when you angry, joking or serious. Filtering. Filtering is like we got some information, then we need the name to filter the message first. Find the truth and what really happened. For example, you get information, then your child had an accident and you continue to believe without screening it first. The result is that you are cheated. That's why you need to filter the news or information. Next, mistake crammed with information. Mistake full of information. Let's see. I think it's a common occurrence when you are working in a group or presenting in your office. Because, for example, questions that accumulate about the results of your work and you are instantly confused or overwhelmed in handling them, and the receiver will often miscomprehend or not comprehend at all what the sender is conveying to him or her. Next, defensiveness. This is more protective in my opinion. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. If you are interacting with a protective person, you have to maintain the atmosphere or suasana in Indonesian. Don't say something that is pushy or example you ask about his life. Jangan pernah mengatakan contohnya sesuatu yang menekan dia atau memaksa dia untuk menceritakannya. That's Indonesian, but he doesn't want to tell because he's keeping something. That's why you don't try to force him to talk. Cultural difference at times may be a great burden to effective interpersonal communication. Therefore, when we are talking to the people from different cultures, we must maintain an attitude or just stick to the point. If you are open and little about their culture, maybe it will have a bad effect. So I personally, if someone mention my culture, I might get angry or react to the person why he offended my culture. Next, arrogant. Not all and various understand each other arguments or jargon. Words, therefore, arrogance should be avoided because it might be make the other person thinks you are just a big mouth. As the saying goes, that talking a lot is not good. Overcoming the barriers of effectual interpersonal communication. First, we have to know what is overcoming effective interpersonal barriers. Whether you are struggling to reach others or you are dealing with someone who seems difficult to reach, there are many things you can practice to improve the situation. Firstly, you must use simple language. When we are having difficulty connecting, overly complex words and ideas might be the things standing in the way. Break down your conversation into its simplest parts and try again. We all come with our biases, backgrounds, and interpretation of the world, and it's easy for two people to have entirely different views of the conversation at hand. Leave as little up to interpretation as possible and stick to the past facts. Practice active listening. When we are struggling to communicate, we often spend too much time focusing on your own words and not enough time listening and responding. Next time you find yourself in conflict with another, instead of finding new and different ways to restate your opinions or win the argument, try asking questions and actively listening to the answer. Don't cut off your speaker and ask follow up questions. After all, listening is half communication. Next, just stay low or stay calm. The hardest part of working through a communication barrier is keeping your frustration in check. Remember, you are not going to get your point across any clearer by seeming annoyed. Stay calm and most importantly be patient. Give the conversation that time it needs. And the last, provide feedback. We could all learn a lot about our communication styles and skills if we got more feedback from others. Don't be afraid to share constructive criticism when it would genuinely help the other person communicate more productively with others. Okay, guys, that's all I know about barriers to effective interpersonal communication and overcoming the barriers of effectual interpersonal communication. Um, Thanks for watching and leave a comment if you are not like this video or like this video. I appreciate that. Subscribe generally and thanks. Bye bye.
お前はもう